For our next stop on the Backroads, we'll head to the foothills of the Sierra Nevada and the California gold country. Gold was discovered along the American River at Sutter's Mill in 1848. But there aren't many gold miners left nowadays. Instead, there's a new breed of prospector on the river, one that's seeking a new treasure, whitewater excitement. The American is the most popular rafting river in the western United States. Over 100,000 people come here every year to take a thrilling ride through the heart of the Mother Lode. One of the best ways to see the countryside and the river is to get out on the river itself. Now, this is the South Fork of the American. It cuts through some really spectacular canyon country that otherwise is pretty inaccessible. And if you decide to go out on the river and float down it, you can have a wonderful time with your family and friends. Here's the thing about rafting. It gets you directly involved with nature. You're in it, not just looking at it. Out here, nature splashes all over you. You'll find on your very first trip an engaging combination of heart-pounding excitement and calm moments to enjoy the beauty of the backcountry. Now, you don't have to be a seasoned adventurer to enjoy this. Almost everybody can do it. 8-year-old Julianne Law was the youngest member of the group. My 10-year-old son Nicholas and I joined them at the camp of Moriah Wilderness Expeditions outside Coloma.
Looks like a Cossack.
We bundled up in our sweaters and wetsuits, which are necessary during the early season. Then we were ready for our 11-mile adventure.
Almost had the first swimmer.
Like I said, you don't have to be a seasoned adventurer to do this, but a sense of balance doesn't hurt.
Let's go ahead and go all forward.
Under the wise command of Glenn Russell, we made a pretty good team. Nicholas and I were joined by river rookies Carl Beidelman and Adriana Rome of the Backroads staff, and by a couple of experienced paddlers, Ruth and Eva.
What's ahead of us up here? Do we have some serious stuff waiting?
We got some pretty good serious stuff waiting. We have one Satan cesspool that's pretty exciting. You get your adrenaline going a little bit.
Well, what were you doing before you became a river guide?
I was working at a casino in Tahoe. It was a decent job when I was doing it, but this is far better. You're outside and you're actually helping people and turning them on to something nice, where the casinos wasn't much like that at all.
It's a good thing Glenn switched to rafting because we needed plenty of help negotiating some of the river's tight spots.
We did it! That was great! All right!
Every successful passage on our raft was a cause for celebration, but you have to keep one eye on the river. You never know what's around the next bend.
It's amazing how you can be an hour away from the city, but you get down in here and you don't know the city's even around.
There's a real sense of quiet and privacy out here. That is it possible to see this country any other way than to go down a river like this?
This particular river is the only way you can see this country is by going down the river.
There go the geese. What should we now be prepared for? We're in a kind of a calm stretch right now. We're coming along. What should we be kind of getting ourselves ready for?
I would say let's go forward just a little bit first here, you guys. We probably need to get ready, since the sun is coming out, for a little bit of water fighting that may happen.
Oh, look at this. We have got them completely in our sights. This is going to be great. Do you feel any sense of...
Stupidity?
Stupidity?
Oh, I can hardly wait.
I'd say, probably right about now is perfect.
Yes!
Get him!
Fire! Get him next!
Keep going forward a little bit, you guys. Go forward a little bit.
Forward, attack mode. Here we go. Ram them. Dive, dive.
Oh, I'd say we're the champs again.
Oh, I think we did it. 5-5. We did it again. We nailed him.
After our little naval skirmish, a tradition on the river, we declared victory, called a truce, and stopped for lunch. It was a good time to get to know the people we'd just soaked and grab some good grub. The pause in the action gave us a chance to imagine the other people who once gathered along the river. Almost 150 years ago, gold miners by the thousands crowded along these banks to seek their fortunes. But people were here long before that.
There's evidence that Native Americans lived here along the American River as far back as 6,000 years ago. Now, they drew strength from the river and enjoyed it, I'm sure, much the way we're enjoying it today. Now, some people are working hard now to purchase the land all up and down the river so that future generations will be able to enjoy it too.
Maybe years from now, when Nicholas is my age, he'll be able to come back and see the river the way we are today, fringed by nature and unscathed for miles. But for now, the river was calling us back for what we'd all come here for, the wild ride to the infamous Satan's Cesspool. It was a terrific ride. The whole crew beamed with a sense of accomplishment and delightful fatigue. Adriana was hooked. She's definitely coming back. Carl said it was the most fun he's ever had working on a story. Nicholas was proud of holding his own among the adults, and he also loved getting wet. I especially liked the relationships that formed. We started out as strangers and in just a few miles became friends. And photographer Rick Greenwell amazed everybody by making the entire trip standing up with a 25-pound camera on his shoulder. It was a perfect way to spend a day and get clean at the same time. The rafting season runs from April through September. Given the popularity of the river, make your 1995 reservations early. There are 4 dozen major companies on the American River. We went with Mariah Wilderness Expeditions. To contact them, call 1-800-4-MARIAH.